This story was originally told from the perspective of a female. I was about 15 years old, and I was heading home from the train station. I lived on a military base, and it was about a 15 to 20-minute walk. I had just reached the entrance to a long, dark, and narrow alley when I heard the sound of music and a car approaching me from behind. I moved as close to the walls as possible to allow the car to pass me, but they ended up turning slightly sideways and cutting me off. I stopped, and a man came out of the driver's side and looked at me from the opposite side of the car. He was an African-American man who spoke perfect English. He attempted to greet me in poor Japanese, then asked to be my friend in English. I perhaps looked like a local Japanese to them, but I was in fact born and raised in America, so I pretended that I didn't understand what he was saying to me. He slowly started to make his way around the car towards me, but I remained coordinated with his movements and backed away in the opposite direction from him. Now, this amused him, and he started laughing loudly and taunting me. "You're afraid of me? You're afraid of me?" I sheepishly put my hands up in front of me as I continued to back away towards the front of the car. Some light illuminated the inside of the car, and my eyes rested on the face of another man in the passenger seat. The man outside saw my eyes shift away from him, and he made a lunge at me. I was still just out of his reach, and I shot off sprinting down the alley. The man ran back to the door and jumped in his car. I heard his tires screech as he reversed out of the alley. At this point, I thought maybe they were going to leave me alone. But as I neared the end of the alley, I heard the music from their car getting loud once again. Their car reached me at the same time I got out of the alley, and I ran right past it and slipped through some bars where only pedestrians can go through. I could see the lights and fences of the gates to the base, and I was relieved. I was finally safe. Or was I? It never dawned on me at the time, but a few weeks later, I realized that the man was American and he must have lived very close to the base. He must have been a soldier and tried to take advantage of the Japanese local girls that he believed to be shameful. He probably didn't realize I was American until he saw me run through the gate. Nothing ever came of it, but how many times could I have passed him at the commissary or the PX afterwards?